It has been a long time since Bitcoin was valued at less than $1,000, so it's almost hard to appreciate just how much has its value climbed up over the years. The story of Christopher Koch should be able to put things into perspective for you. In 2009, Christopher was busy writing his master thesis on encryption technology at his university in Norway. While researching the latest applications of encryption, he came across the unknown virtual currency called Bitcoin. Determined to experience firsthand what Bitcoin was all about, he decided to spend around $26, which allowed him to purchase, hold your breath, more than 5,000 Bitcoins! Yes, that's correct. Let us pause the story there. It will be continued shortly. Keep watching. We do not want you to invest in Bitcoin for the sake of it as Christopher did. Therefore, we are here to usher you to an encounter with Bitcoin figures you cannot imagine in our series. Meet the crypto figures that will shock you. Here comes the list of mind-blowing richest crypto billionaires. The figures under their custody will shock you. Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, The Crypto King. Here you will get the latest cryptocurrency news, all investing information in crypto, and how to earn money from crypto. If you are new here, please like and subscribe to get everything you need to know about cryptocurrencies. Don't forget to click the bell icons so you get notified every time we upload a new video. So, let's get started. Brian Armstrong, net worth $6.5 billion. His Coinbase is one of the most popular places to buy and sell crypto, processing about $3 billion in trades every day. Armstrong, 38, co-founded the exchange in 2012 after stints at Deloitte and Airbnb. It's now the most valuable crypto business in America. Armstrong owns an estimated 20% of Coinbase, which in December filed confidentially to go public. Ask why he got into this business? The price-shy entrepreneur told Forbes, "I wanted the world to have a global open financial system that drove innovation and freedom." Sam Bankman-Fried, net worth $4.5 billion. At just 28 years old, Bankman-Fried managed $2.5 billion of assets through Alameda Research, the quantitative crypto trading firm he founded in 2017. An MIT grad and former Wall Street ETF trader, he also launched FTX, a crypto derivatives exchange, in 2019. The vast majority of his wealth is in FTX equity and tokens. Chris Larsen, net worth $2.9 billion. A serial entrepreneur, Larsen, 60, co-founded online lender eLoan in 1997, and 8 years later, peer-to-peer lender Prosper. This third bet has been the most valuable and controversial. He co-founded Ripple with Jed McCaleb in 2012 to facilitate international payments for banks through blockchain technology and a token called XRP. In January 2018, the cryptocurrency bubble briefly pushed his fortune over $17 billion. However, XRP crashed with the rest of the market when the bubble burst later that year. Larsen was named a defendant in a December 2020 lawsuit brought by the Securities and Exchange Commission, alleging that Ripple sold XRP to the public in an unregistered securities offering. The SEC is completely wrong on the facts and law, Ripple said in the statement. Michael Saylor, net worth $2 billion. The CEO of software firm MicroStrategy. He was one of the best-known executives of the internet bubble, even making People's Magazine list of most eligible bachelors. But questionable accounting led to a restatement of financial results, and the dot-com bust crashed his stock. Two big moves land him on this list. In December 2020, MicroStrategy announced that it used its cash and borrowed $650 million to buy 70,784 bitcoins for $1.1 billion, now worth $2.5 billion, helping drive shares up more than 3,000%. Plus, Saylor said he personally snagged 17,732 bitcoins for about $175 million. Changpeng Zhao, net worth $1.9 billion. The former software developer sold his house in Shanghai in 2014 to go all in on Bitcoin. He launched Binance in the summer of 2017, and in under a year, it became the most popular place to trade crypto. It has since launched business lines ranging from a venture capital fund and a Bitcoin mining operation to a debit card that lets you spend your crypto in Europe. The son of a professor who was temporarily exiled from China, he flipped burgers at McDonald's and worked overnight shifts at a gas station to help cover household expenses. Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss, net worth $1.6 billion each. Olympic rowers, best known for accusing fellow Harvard student Mark Zuckerberg of stealing their idea for a social network, the twins used some of their 2012 $65 million legal settlement with the Facebook CEO to start stockpiling Bitcoin. They still own an estimated 70,000 Bitcoins, in addition to other digital assets. In 2014, they co-founded crypto exchange Gemini. Today, it processes about $200 million a day in trades. Barry Silbert, net worth $1.5 billion. After selling startup stock trading platform Second Market to Nasdaq in 2015, the Emory University grad launched Digital Currency Group, a conglomerate of 5 companies. Its biggest revenue generator, digital asset manager Grayscale, which oversees $28 billion worth of Bitcoin, Ether, and other assets, capitalizing on a classic first-mover advantage. Grayscale was the first to win regulatory permission to sell securities backed by Bitcoin to institutional and accredited investors. That now generated an estimated $590 million in revenue annually. Oh, we had promised to bring you part 2 of our story. Here it is. What did Christopher do with his investment? Nothing. He moved on with his life and forgot about it. He remembered only when mainstream media started talking about Bitcoin on a daily basis around 2013. After an entire day spent searching for the correct password to his encrypted Bitcoin wallet, Christopher struck gold and quickly exchanged 1/5 of his investment for $886,000. He used the money to buy himself a cozy apartment in Oslo, Norway, and the rest is history. It's possible that Christopher still has the remaining $4,000, patiently waiting for the right opportunity to sell another chunk of his digital fortune. That's all for today. If you have any question regarding crypto, do not hesitate to reach us in the comment section. To continue enjoying more of our crypto videos, kindly subscribe to our channel, do us a favor by liking, commenting, and sharing our content with friends or across social media channels.